Hey, this is Jenna.
And this is Heather.
And this is Conspiracies Unlocked, and we are in the middle of graduation season.
Almost summertime.
Thank God. I'm so over, all their schedules. Because my kids go to 2 different schools, but one of them goes to both schools, and he has to be transferred over halfway through the day.
Oh,
My situation is shit.
Yeah, see, mine, I'm lucky because this is the last year that my children will go to different schools other than, whatever college they go to.
Dude, I'm so over this. I'm so over this. My kids won't go to the same school, if they ever do, for another 2 years. If they do. Because, I'm not like a pretentious private school person, but my oldest would benefit from smaller class sizes, so I want to send him to a private school for that purpose alone. So I'm trying to get him into that, but then my middle one I don't think would pass the social skills to get into a private school because they're very
not yet, but
maybe later on. So he'll probably go to I know he'll go to a regular elementary school, like public school, but he does fine in a bigger class. And then my other one still has 1 more year of preschool and then he goes to TK. But TK would be at where Cody's going at the elementary school unless they're all in different, unless they go to different private schools or something. I don't know. It's a mess. So, and then...
Do you think that other people in other countries understand, our school system, what TK is and what preschool is?
Oh, my gosh. Probably not, because why would you know what TK is?
Yeah.
So it used to be, a long time ago, 30 years ago. Yeah, 32 years ago, when I started school, I was 4 years old going into kindergarten, and the cutoff date, so you had to turn 5 before October, and our school year goes from September until June. So you had to be 4 or 5. So you could start kindergarten when you were 4. And
doesn't it start in August? August 16th is what it started last year.
Oh yeah, now it goes August to June. Sorry, the school starts August to June.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. That has nothing to do with what I'm trying to say here.
Sorry.
So, I started school when I was 4 years old, turned 5 in October, and then when I left school, graduated high school, I was only 17. I was still 5 months away from turning 18.
When you graduated?
When I graduated high school.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to make it to where everybody's 18 or everybody, they want everybody to be 5 when they go into kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
So the cutoff date is now September 1st, I believe, and Max is in September, but a little bit later on, and it's only for birthdays between the months. It's to fill that gap of September, October, November, December birthdays.
Yeah.
Go to TK, transitional kindergarten, because they don't want you to be in preschool when you're 5.
But you don't make the
cut to be in kindergarten because you're still 4. So they make this weird transition. It's almost like kindergarten on a little dumbed down kindergarten, like preschool on steroids. It's more like kindergarten than it is preschool.
Yeah.
But it's still so.
Or it could be
and not all public schools offer TK. It's not, I think every school district has it, but not all schools have it, if that makes sense. Because, there's 10 elementary schools in a district.
Yeah.
Because it's only a third of the kids will go to TK. Because Cody doesn't go because his birthday's in April.
Yeah.
Or else this would be his TK year.
Yeah.
This past year. But now he's going straight from preschool to kindergarten, where Max and Jake both have to have their TK years.
Which is kind of funny because he's younger and he's going to kinder before your older one. Right?
No, my old... What? No.
Oh, no, he's already in it.
Yeah, my older one is in kinder right now.
Oh, yeah.
So then, okay, so this is where...
So who's going in TK?
No, Jake next year. Not this year. There's a year between them. So
I was so confused. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Max and Cody, grade-wise, are a year apart.
Yeah.
And then there's a skip year and then Jake. Because of their birthday. So in reality, they're all 18 months apart. but in
Because of the
school years,
birthdays.
because of the school birthdays. So Max will be in 2nd grade, Cody in 1st, and then Jake will be in TK.
Mm-hmm.
So then we'll have a skip year for kindergarten.
Yeah, it makes sense now. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be like,
getting it.
it'll be 9th grade, 11th, and 12th grade.
Yeah. So Finley and
So they'll never be in middle school together, all 3 of them. And I will only have, so if they all go to the same elementary school, they'll only be together for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 4 years. Then they split again for the next.
That'll be a nice
Ever.
4 years, though.
Yeah, I know. If they do, but I don't even know because of private school and stuff.
You might end up sending some to private school, yeah.
Yeah, so is anybody else, like, dealing with all this, like, crazy school stuff? Does anybody else deal with this shit? Ever? Like, anybody? Please tell me that I'm not the only one sending my kids to all these different schools for their individual needs.
Yeah, I mean, Finley and Isla went to the same school for elementary and then the same for middle, but it's just because of their age gap. They're 18 months, but also because of their birthdays and stuff. Right now, like, he's going to be a junior and she's going to be a freshman.
So are they back to back like Max and Cody? They're junior freshman. Oh no, they're like
that
like
gap.
Cody and Jake. They are like that gap. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They have that gap with their birthdays. And then but now they're going to be at this because Isla is graduating 8th grade on the 15th. And then Finley's he's going to be a junior. So she'll be a freshman and he'll be a junior. And they're going to be at the same high school. So it'll be nice because it's going to be one school.
For 2 years.
For 2 years. And they're going to a different type of school. It is an academy, so they're only going to go Tuesday through Friday. And some days they start at 9 a.m.
Oh
so I don't have to wake up early to drive them to school.
And Mondays are your day. So they don't even go to school on Mondays. You're lucking out on that.
I know, so I'm going to have Mondays off. Well, they do home studies on Mondays.
Whatever, but you don't have to go anywhere. You don't work. You don't have to do that. You have Mondays off and they don't have to go to school.
Yeah.
You get to sleep in. They don't need you for home studies. They're fucking in high school.
Well, they might, but yeah, probably
but
not.
No, but
I'll make
be
breakfast
chill.
and shit and like make it easy for them.
Oh, bullshit.
I will.
The first month. And then you're going to be like, I'm all done.
They love my biscuits and gravy.
Oh my God. Well, I'm going to come over. I love biscuits and gravy too.
I love biscuits and gravy and hash browns.
Yeah. But, so.
Yeah.
Back to the graduation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, graduation season is amongst us. So, tomorrow is Max's kindergarten graduation.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay. He already graduated preschool last year. We're
Yeah.
doing it again. And then on Thursday evening, so tomorrow evening, is Ashton, my nephew's, graduating high school.
No way.
So that's
High
in the
school.
evening.
Wow.
And then on Friday, the next day, is Cody's preschool graduation.
So many.
When is Isla's graduation?
It's the 15th.
Then she's graduating 8th grade. The 15th, that's next Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Thursday?
I took the whole day off. So that
Oh
way
my
I can
gosh,
go.
that's the boys, the boys that are in the district, because our kids go to the same school district, so they have the same end date. Their last day is next on the 15th.
Yeah.
But but my other child, the older one,
Yeah.
because he goes to a different school district, different school, different everything.
Yeah.
His is tomorrow is his last day.
Oh, so he's a little bit
So
early.
it's like,
so
yeah.
he's going to start before they start then, right?
No, because he's going to a different school. He's out of that
yeah,
one.
that's right.
He's
He's
switching
gonna be out of
schools.
the
I don't even
district.
know what, guys. It is June, and I don't know what school this child is going to. I'm still trying to get him like approved. We're still going through like assessments. We're still going through to get into private school. It's like you don't just pay. Like they want your money.
Yeah.
But you have to like be approved and like go through the assessment and be like, get tested. It's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody else do this in other countries? Do you guys have private schools like this, or does like all your schools just are awesome and you don't need to worry about that? Like, how does that work?
Well, you got to think too, like in other countries, they don't even pay for school. It comes out of their taxes, like their government pays it. Like college and stuff even.
But we have that for public school. We have public school.
I know, but I think if they wanted to go to like a private school, I don't know if they would have that option.
They might not even have that. I don't know. I don't know either, but I also know well, you guys will have to tell us about other countries because I am curious. Like, because in, like, middle school or high school, don't they get shipped off to, like, a boarding school? Isn't that, like, standard in the UK?
I don't know, but I know that a lot of places have college that's just mandatory. Like, not mandatory, but it's part of your education system. Like, you just go to college and it's covered.
Yeah, no, we don't have that. But we do have where, like, you get FAFSA, so, like, financial aid and stuff like that.
Financial aid and stuff, but you still, like, still have to pay for a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and pay back
it's
a lot
not,
of stuff.
yeah, it's not what...
I still have student loans.
My student loans, I thought went away, but I think that they're creeping back. They
still
keep finding me.
loans.
They keep going away, and then we get all excited that they're gone, and then they just keep coming back again.
Yeah, I still have student loans. Not a lot, but I still do have them. So, yeah, they're definitely real here in America.
They're a lot, too. I have a lot. Like,
and the
not
interest
even...
is, like, I think what keeps getting me.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. But, I mean, then you have the education, so... And mine was for dental school because I was, my primary goal was dentistry. So, I didn't become a dentist.
That wasn't, like, that much money. Was it, like, a lot? Like, my school was a lot?
I think total... No, it wasn't very much. It was under $50,000. But, like...
That's still, like, a lot.
I don't remember.
If that's your going number. Like, your starting number.
It was under 50,000.
For my bachelor's, I think it was, like... 60 or something. My friend got her master's and it was over 100.
Yeah.
That's so crazy because, like, then you don't... To live and everything, you can't pay that back in, like, a little while. Like, you know?
Well, also when I was going to college and stuff, like, I've been a single mom, so it's like one income and then, like, you know, trying to make payments on it. I feel like I'm always just paying the interest, never getting to the principal. It's like part of the problem. I hate that. Like, I have paid towards the principal, but not enough that, like...
It makes a dent. Yeah, I hate that. Okay, well, we've gapped on for 12 minutes, so let's get on to what we were going to talk about.
So, happy graduation to everybody who's graduating.
Yeah, there's so many graduating people.
Congratulations to everyone who is graduating.
Preschool, kindergarten, 5th grade, 8th grade.
College.
High school, 12th grade. Associate's degree, bachelor's degree, master's, doctorates. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
This is the season. There's so many graduations.
Good luck on your student loans.
Hopefully you don't have any. Have you, have you heard anything about Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx?
Lately in the news at all?
Not lately in the news, no. I know who Jamie Foxx is, obviously, but I haven't heard anything new.
So he's been making a movie. He got Cameron Diaz out of retirement.
Oh.
Her last movie was Annie in 2014.
That was her last movie?
And she hasn't done a movie since. And it was with Jamie Foxx was in that movie too. Yeah. And so she wanted to, so he was like, let's just have fun. Let's do this Netflix movie. And it's called Back in Action. And they've been recording since like November. But this movie is so fucking cursed. Like, I swear to God, Cameron Diaz is probably never going to talk to anyone from Hollywood again after this.
Wait, why?
But yeah, I'll get into it. But yeah, it's so crazy. So I just learned a few days ago that Jamie Foxx was hospitalized on April 11th due to a quote-unquote medical complication, as his family has called it. But supposedly he's on his on the road to recovery. But
that's good.
And by the way, whenever I say his family, I'm referring to his daughter, Corinne Foxx, who's 29 years old, and that's like the spokesperson for family is her. Meanwhile, there are some inside informants as well, of course, and obviously they are choosing to remain anonymous. So we have no idea who these inside informants are, but yeah.
Well, they always have like their sources, but they're not going to give them up.
Exactly. So it's okay though, because the episode isn't really about Jamie Foxx per se. It's more about the conspiracy that Jamie Foxx had quote-unquote medical complications due to the COVID vaccine.
Oh, was it something with his heart?
Well, no, we'll get into it.
Okay,
Hold on. No,
I've
it's not
heard
the
a
heart.
lot.
No, it's not
Okay.
the heart part. This episode will explore the possibility and go deeper into some of the quote unquote like science behind these claims.
Yeah.
And no, this one is going to be about the blood clots.
Okay.
Not the heart, but like they refer to it as the clot shot.
So those can cause strokes.
Yeah. So like I know that I said I wouldn't do COVID for a super long time because it's like so super in depth, and I don't even know how to like start tackling or where to begin, where to end, how to like organize it, or they're just COVID is such a big conspiracy as it is. There's so many avenues to go down.
I'm sure you can do like many parts to this.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that when something's COVID related and it's served to you on a silver platter, that you just feast. So, and I'm not going to go into every COVID vaccine related reaction, conspiracy. I'll get into the depth about the vaccine causing the blood clots.
Okay.
Because that's what is supposedly could be happening with Jamie Foxx.
Okay, so that's why it's specific to this episode.
Yeah. So the when they started to film this movie, Jamie Foxx was forced to get the COVID vaccine. And I am not sure why, and I couldn't find out like the reasoning, if it was something because they were filming in London, if it was a London thing, or it could even have been a Cameron Diaz thing. I could totally picture her because she's been in retirement, so she's like, oh my gosh, she has her brand new baby. Well, the baby's like 3. It's a little girl named Radix, with Benji Madden from Green Day.
I didn't even know she had a baby.
Yeah.
I'm so out of the loop.
So, it was like 3 years ago. So you think about it, and I think it was, maybe it was 2018 she had baby, or it was, I didn't really get into that because that doesn't really matter. But it is fun gossip.
But she has a young child.
She has, and she went through, and she just seems so healthy and stuff that she would be like very concerned with COVID, I think.
I can see that.
I could totally picture her just being like living in her little bubble, being like, no, I'm good. Like me and my baby girl, my husband, we're not talking or touching or going out in the world. And Jamie Foxx is like, come on, let's do this movie. And she's like, well, you're not vaccinated. Like, I don't know, but I could picture that. Yeah. Right? Because Jamie Foxx has been out in the world. He's got out this far without being vaccinated. Mm-hmm. So obviously it's not like a Hollywood requirement. It's personal. Something else is going on. Unless because they're in London.
It could have been like, you know how like when they make movies, they have to sign contracts. Could have been in the contract for whatever reason that everybody on set had to have
maybe
one.
Maybe.
Who knows why?
I don't know, but
it could have been written in the contract.
Yeah.
Because I know that, when was this, in April?
Well, that was when he had his medical complications. Oh. So they had actually started in London in, I believe in November.
Of last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the COVID restrictions had not been lifted yet.
No, of last year as in 2022.
Yeah, they weren't lifted yet because I work in healthcare.
Oh, you're right.
I work in healthcare, and we, like, to work in healthcare, you had to have a COVID shot. Remember all the nurses were like striking
we already knew that though, because remember the Chinese episode we did where the lockdowns didn't until December in China. It didn't lift until...
But it didn't lift here in at least California until... I want to say April, the beginning of April or May.
Yeah.
I think the beginning of May.
Now, yeah.
Either April or May, I forget.
And guys, you have to think also, like, we're not sitting here, like, masked up, like, all, like, things are open.
No,
we've been open for, like, a year or so where it was, you had a choice to wear a mask or not, or, I mean, you still do, but... restaurants were able to open again. Everything opened again. Was full capacity, full everything like a year ago.
But certain
industries
had to
which
have the COVID
doesn't
shot.
Affect me.
Yeah, but because I'm in the healthcare, you had to, like, I got vaccinated. You had to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
To stay in your field.
Yeah.
And
so
I honestly didn't want to lose my job, and I did.
So I guess everything. So. As far as April or May, I want to say it got extended out to May, like, 15th or something. I don't know. They've extended it so much.
Yeah.
But up until then, we were still under under the Title 42 thing. It's all it's all connected, guys.
And this is California and Hollywood, right?
Well, they started in London, but yeah, they came back.
But the contract would be probably signed. It's a Hollywood contract. It's not a London contract.
And they came back.
So they're going to go by the California governor's laws, right? Or like the laws for the CDC here in America.
Yeah, well, and also I think they have to adhere to both.
Yeah.
But also they started shooting in London and then came back to America to finish shooting in like February.
Or also they might have to go by London protocol too, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So okay, anyways.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't figure out why he needed to, but he had to. So those are all of our conspiracies.
Well, yeah, we're just trying to speculate why.
Yeah, we're totally speculating. But so to say that the entire movie set wasn't cursed is a complete understatement. Shit was getting crazy from like the get-go. First, while they were in London, they found 2 World War II bombs on set that were like, because they were in a river, they were doing a water scene, and they found World War II bombs like that just hadn't exploded yet.
So they were still like live.
Yeah, and they had to stop filming to handle that, and then they ended up changing film locations, obviously, because that's not safe.
Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden in February, Jamie Foxx got caught up in a scam to steal 33,000 UK pounds from him, which equates to 40,000 US dollars.
Wait, what?
I know.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Cameron Diaz is gonna be like, "Fuck this shit. I'm out forever. I'm done."
She's like, I came out of hiatus for this?
Yeah, like, this is why I don't like Hollywood. Yeah. So, apparently, like, a studio member was trying to sell a fake Rolex to Jamie Foxx for 33,000 pounds. And Jamie Foxx, like, when he found out, he lost his shit, fired 4 people. The executive producer, 2 directors, and then his own personal driver. And nothing goes into detail why these 4 particular people got fired and what they had to do with it.
But they were in cahoots.
Well, allegedly the same studio member had tried doing this with other wealthy stars while filming, and the London police are like well aware, and files have been reports have been made. Files.
This is a scam artist.
Yeah.
Total con artist.
Right. So I just wanted to like give you that little side of juicy gossip.
Yeah.
We love the gossip, spilling the tea. So then the third thing to happen on set, which is like why the whole episode is occurring, is because on April 11th, Jamie Foxx collapsed while filming. Like in the middle of filming, he just like collapsed.
How scary.
According to his daughter, this was 100% stress induced.
Okay.
However, like I said to begin filming, Jamie Foxx, remember, was forced to get the vaccine. So was it stress or was it complications from a very sketchy vaccine?
Mm-hmm.
Let's explore.
Do we know which one he got?
No.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't.
They're not going to, because it's medical information, they can't.
And they also don't want to like say, "Oh, the shot's bad that we've been giving you." Like, no,
yeah.
they're sticking to stress related shit, right?
I'm just curious which one he got. You know, if we knew.
Okay, so they're saying he had a stroke due to stress that has left him partially paralyzed and blind.
Wait,
partially blind from the blood clot on his brain.
That sounds like a stroke.
I'm sorry. A blood clot on his brain is stress related. Okay, sure. That's what I have. Stroke, not blood clot from the researched and tested vaccine that is so fucking safe.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, they're saying that he had a stroke from stress. So let's do some scientific research here.
Yeah.
Let's do this, all right? Are we ready? We're ready to dive and be scientists.
I love science. Let's go.
Let's do it. A blood clot in the brain is also known as cerebral venous sinus thrombosis. CVST for short. Mm-hmm. Moving forward, I will be saying CVST. So just remember that. It's going to come up a bunch later. This type of blood clot in the brain happens when the blood clot forms in one of the veins near the bottom of the brain making it so the blood cannot drain from the brain properly or like at all. Like it just gets stuck.
Yeah.
And the pressure then builds up and causes veins to break within the brain, and it leads blood into the brain, causing hemorrhage. And this particular type of blood clot on the brain or stroke is super rare type, only affecting 5 in every million people per year.
Wow.
So it's about 10,000 adults per year worldwide that end up with us.
So what are the odds that he would have that?
Yeah,
Wow.
which I'm like 10,000, that's like a lot of people, but when you think of it in terms of like worldwide, there's like 10 billion people on the planet or whatever, like it's not that much.
That's nothing.
Yeah. So the physical symptoms of CVST are headaches, blurred vision, fainting, loss of consciousness, loss of control over movement in part of the body, seizures, and or coma. The complications of CVST can include impaired speech, difficulty moving parts of the body, problems with vision, headache, increased fluid, pressure inside the skull, pressure on nerves, brain injury, developmental delay, and or death. And the developmental delay is because I read that CVST is more common in young children.
Okay.
Like, I'm always worried about the kids before they turn 3. And now I'm like, okay, we can get back on the insurance, cut back a little bit. We don't pay like $5,000 a month for their insurance because they don't have fucking CVST and shit. Things are still developing and shit. So, anyways, Jamie Foxx finally posted on his Instagram 4 weeks ago and said, quote, "I appreciate all the love, exclamation point,
Exclamation point.
That's the one. Feeling blessed," and then put a prayer hand emoji, red heart emoji, and a fox emoji. I feel like I'm talking on the Circle on Netflix. You know how
I love The Circle.
And they're like, appreciate all the love.
We should go on that show. You guys, The Circle should have us on the show.
Oh my gosh.
That would be so fun.
No. Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Okay. We'd be so stupid too, because in the little thing we'd be like, oh yeah, we do a podcast and...
But would we be ourselves or would we be somebody else?
We'd have to be one of us because there's no way that we would ever get past anything. We can't. We'd be horrible. We'd slip up so quick.
Yeah, I'm not really good at lying.
We'd have to be like a mixture of both of us to be like, oh, I used to be a nurse, and
we'll combine our two personalities to make a new person. But
that's what I'm thinking. It's us.
But it's that person.
They'll just think we're bipolar.
Oh, totally. ADD, bipolar. They're like, this
what
this
the
bitch is
fuck?
a hot mess.
Get her out of here. Or they'd love it. Or they would find like, who knows what she's gonna say next?
Because we'd be like switching it up on them.
Okay. So anyway, so he posted, and before that post, there had been nothing on his Instagram since 4 weeks prior to that, which was about a week or two prior to his hospitalization. And because this is Instagram, you can't get fucking dates. It's all just like 4 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
295 weeks ago. Like, I have to math here. Like,
you're all, hey, Siri, when was 295
I
days
did!
ago?
I Googled it and it was like 4 weeks ago. Or like, I had a calendar out and shit. Like, so at the same time, his daughter, Corinne, posted on Instagram the same time that he posted the Appreciate All the Love, or... Yeah, the Appreciate All the Love. One, she posted a paid advertisement commercial for Intel, and it had Jamie in it.
Okay.
Obviously, this was pre-recorded because then 3 weeks ago, around May 15th, she posted an article with the title, Foxx loads up on unscripted series for 2023 to 2024. Jamie and Corinne Foxx will host a second music game show on the network. So they're set to host a show on Foxx called We Are Family. And so she's still promoting it. But then last week, another paid Intel commercial came out on Instagram on her feed with no Jamie Foxx, just Corinne.
Because it wasn't pre-recorded.
It wasn't, and now she can't. Yeah, because he's not doing as well. It contradicts what she says, because in several statements, Corinne has stated that Jamie is fine and playing pickleball.
Everybody's into pickleball.
What the fuck is a pickleball?
Okay, so all I don't know what pickleball is, but I will tell you, every single person I talk to lately is like, I just got back from playing pickleball. Oh yeah, we're gonna go watch a pickleball match. Oh yeah, pickleball.
It's the new thing.
It is,
but it used to be like
a hot topic thing right now.
It used to be a thing in like London or something, like croquet. Croquet will be the next thing probably, because bocce ball used to be a thing. Remember ultimate frisbee golf or whatever?
Think pickleball's like
frisbee
ping pong.
No shit. I thought it would be like or cornhole, like, you know, all those things, like, they all come back.
I think it's like ping pong and a mix of ping pong and a mix of, like, I don't even know. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I want to know too. So hold on, stand by, guys. We're gonna figure out what pickleball is. Okay, we're back. So apparently it's a fun sport that combines many elements of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. But you're like on a tennis court, so you're like not standing there like a ping pong table.
Yeah, but that's a combination, yeah.
Oh, I don't fucking care.
Because someone was telling me about it, and they're like, it's like ping pong, but on a tennis court. And
oh my gosh, pickleball was invented in 1965 on Bainbridge Island, a short... What?
Bainbridge Island?
In Seattle, Washington.
Oh, that makes...
What?
Okay, I was just talking... Okay, I used to little short thing.
I don't believe you. I don't think they do either.
No, it's very short. I lived in West Seattle for a couple years, and I used to take the ferries everywhere, like everyone does. And we went to Bainbridge Island, or actually we went past it. It's the most beautiful island in the world. The houses are beautiful. It's just beautiful. And I always said that one day I'm going to retire, and I'm going to retire to Bainbridge Island.
Oh, we should go there. Oh, that's so cute.
But I need to become a millionaire first before I buy my house on Bainbridge Island.
Apparently, 3 dads, Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCallum, had their kids summertime, and they were bored of their usual games. So I just got this information at usapickleball.org, and I was just reading it. So
now,
thank you for the information, usapickleball.org.
Now we have to do a trip. Now we have to do a trip to Bainbridge Island so we can go play pickleball where it was originally created.
Obviously, because that's what this episode is about, pickleball. Moving forward. Good God, Heather.
Shout out to Bainbridge Island.
Oh my God, you know what that reminds me of? One of the kids' things. Oh my gosh, one of the kids' TV shows, they sing about an island, and it's like, oh my God, what fucking show is it?
I'm gonna go on a ship to my favorite rocket ship.
No, now it's gone. Okay, you ruined it. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden you're like, Bainbridge Island, and I was like, dude, it's like Dale Tiger's Neighborhood type show, but it's, I know what it is, Clifford the Big Red Dog.
They're on the island?
They do. Emily Elizabeth, they move to an island because, and it's called, hold on one more time. It's Clifford the Big Red Dog, and it's Welcome to Birdwell Island. And sun and something. Okay, back to this.
Birdwell
Island. Yep. Okay, so I don't even know where I am.
I don't know where you are either.
Okay, so as I said, Corinne has stated that Jamie is fine in playing pickleball.
Oh yeah, we're back at pickleball. Shout out to Birdwell Island.
Meanwhile, I can't. All right. Anyways, so while she's posting this, his family was seen going into a Chicago rehab center that specializes in brain issues and cancers and strokes, and like a rehab center. The theory is that not only did this all occur because of the COVID vaccine, but Jamie is actually doing a lot worse than anyone has let on. Some people are saying that Corinne might have even been the one to post from his Instagram, like logged on to Jamie Foxx's Instagram and posted for him. The Mayo Clinic states that when someone has CVST, they may, quote unquote, also need to participate in a special rehabilitation program or physical therapy if you have lost some movement or speech, which is why he's going to the Chicago rehab.
And he's paralyzed on one side of his face?
That's what they're saying, like half his body or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
No, because nothing is coming out. It's all it's like all conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So leading on to the fact that Jamie is actually in rehab because the rumors are true and he has lost the ability to move half his body as well as his speech. And so the informant on the inside is saying that everything Corinne is saying is wrong, that he is not okay, that he can't talk barely, that, you know, that he's communicating. And Corinne even said in a statement that he's communicating, but it's like, well, how? Because people find ways to communicate if they can't speak, like blink once or twice, are you in pain? Like for yes or no, you know?
But also if he has the ability to write with
For
the other
one,
hand,
yeah.
he can write it out.
Or pointing or anything, so, so let's go on to more scientific shit, right?
Yeah.
So, when I first heard about Jamie Foxx's condition, I immediately thought like a brain aneurysm because blood clots in the brain. The more I looked into it and researched it, the more I realized that a blood clot in the brain and a brain aneurysm are closely related, but not the same thing, according to differencebetween.net, which is like a super cool website just to be like, what's the difference between this and this? I came across it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, a major difference between a blood clot and an aneurysm is in their location. A blood clot develops in the blood, and an aneurysm occurs in a major artery from the heart called the aortic aneurysm. When it occurs in the brain, it's called the cerebral aneurysm. So that's a fun science fact.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah, because the heart and the brain, they're two different.
But the way that the blood clot comes, it comes from a different. It's like stopped in a different area. Yeah, that's like the only difference is that one comes from the heart and one it's like it closes.
And it's definitely
the brain one, the cerebral.
Yeah.
So according to the Mayo Clinic, in regards to the COVID vaccination specifically, you should, quote, unquote, check with your doctor right away if you have blurred vision, chest pain, headache, stomach pain, swelling of your leg, trouble breathing, pinpoint, red spots on skin, or unusual bleeding or bruising. These may be symptoms of a serious blood clotting problem called thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome, TSS.
Oh, wow.
So they're saying that it could happen, that blood clots are a thing. Then the Mayo Clinic proceeds to say that these symptoms would only happen within the first 42 days after receiving the vaccine. Oh, okay, cool. But if you get it on the 45th day, then, you know, it couldn't have been the vaccine. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they don't know that for certain.
I think it's quite specific for a vaccine that supposedly does not cause blood clots, as the mainstream media would, like, love for us all to believe. And then there's the UK government site. And to quote, since March 2021, there have been reports from the UK and internationally of an extremely rare condition characterized by thromboembolic events, blood clots, accompanied by thrombocytopenia, which is low blood platelets, following the first dose of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccination.
Okay, wow.
So UK is doing it. And then it goes on to say, this includes cerebral venous sinus thrombosis, CVST.
So it does include it.
Where blood clots develop in the cerebral veins occurring together with low platelet counts. These cases are particularly unusual because despite low platelets, there is progressive thrombosis, which is a formation of blood clots which block blood vessels. The cases of venous thrombosis that have been reported include CVST. So that was just from the UK Gov site. That's why I can't speak it, because I speak my own language, not UK Gov. I don't speak science-y.
It's okay.
So why is the UK government admitting that they have seen cases rise after the vaccines, but the US government is trying to downplay and the US media is just outright lying to us?
Yeah.
The media should be held responsible for lying to the public. Like, somebody needs to hold these assholes because everybody's giving misinformation. I'm so over it, and that is exactly the whole point of this podcast.
But the thing is we already know that the media is bought and paid for.
Follow the money.
So they're gonna say whatever they're told to say, really.
Yeah.
Like, they do have some liberties with the stories they write, but it has to get approved first, and if it's not approved, they can't
just come out and be like, yep, they're doing this. Like,
have you ever seen people in interviews where they're interviewing somebody and then they start the person who they're interviewing starts going kind of left
on a
field,
tangent, yeah,
and then they shut it down about whatever. It could be anything.
Yeah.
If it goes against their agenda or they don't want that on,
they're like, well, nice to see you.
They'll
Bye.
cut it down real fast just because they don't want that.
Oh, sorry, we don't have time. Would love to talk to you more. Gotta go. Bye.
Yeah.
And then, according to the CDC, quote unquote, in 2021, several European countries reported cases of unusual life-threatening blood clots in the brain, known as CVST. The whole word, but I'm not going to say the whole thing.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Yeah, in people who had received the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine for COVID-19. Then it proceeds to say, in the United States, a number of cases of CVST and thrombocytopenia were also reported in people who had received Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. So the CDC is confirming the link between Johnson & Johnson, which, yes, I do remember that being a big deal when it happened, but we're told that others were safe. What kind of a coincidence is it that two companies, two different countries, are having the same problematic medical symptoms? Could it not be caused from the vaccine manufacturer, but maybe the vaccine itself?
Yeah.
Like,
do we really know what's in it and how that's really going to affect us?
Well, going down the vaccine rabbit hole as I did, and a bit more than I had originally anticipated, I wanted to see if there was a connection between the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. So I found an article from Canada, which is great because it's like a third party that has nothing, you know, nothing to do with either or. But
it's not the UK, it's not America. Now we're talking. Now it's Canada.
Now it's somebody else.
Yeah.
And mind you, we all had access to like the same vaccines and manufacturers, so those vaccines were in Canada as well. But it's like now they're not going to try to shift blame. They're just going to try to like tell the truth because it doesn't affect Canada. Canadians don't fucking give a shit about this shit, you know. Unless they're being bought and paid for. So follow the money. So the only difference, like they just got like approved at different times globally. So like our FDA did different than Canada's or UK, So the not CNN but the BNN Bloomberg said the only connection is the process in which they were made. Johnson & Johnson and Oxford AstraZeneca both use the cold virus by introducing a harmless version of the virus that will then prepare our body on the chance it comes across the COVID-19 virus. Our bodies will be trained to handle it and produce the necessary antibodies to kill it quicker than without the vaccine, just like the flu shot. And in quotes, Johnson & Johnson uses a human adenovirus or a cold virus to create its vaccine, while AstraZeneca uses a chimpanzee version. So they're taking like the real stuff and putting it in us, which is how we've always done it. So the difference between those two and the mRNA vaccines like Pfizer and Moderna uses a synthetic type of cold instead of the real thing. That would then supposedly produce the same results as the Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca vaccine.
Oh, so that one's synthetic. The other one is human, and the other one is chimpanzee.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So the mRNA, that's the synthetic.
That's synthetic. That's interesting. I didn't even know that they did it multiple.
Yeah, and then let me see this book. So we got a book for the studio a while ago, and it's actually from the Smithsonian. It's a big ass book. It's called The Timelines of Science. So when I got into the studio, I wanted to see if there's anything about COVID, and it was copyrighted 2022, and there is something about vaccines and antibiotics and drugs and such. And it says that in regards to the mRNA vaccine, as the COVID-19 pandemic takes hold, scientists developed the first large-scale mRNA vaccine. These vaccines use a virus's genetic code to teach human cells how to make an antigen, a type of protein that triggers an immune response, helping the body fight off infection and saving thousands of lives. So they just made up the mRNA, the synthetic shit in 2020.
So there wasn't any research done on it or anything. They just made it and put it out. How much research? How much time would they have to study it?
Well, so it also says just in general, not related to COVID, but just in general testing drugs. New drugs are constantly being developed in the hope they will improve the treatment of disease. It takes years for drugs to become widely available because they need to go through a lengthy testing process to make sure they are effective and safe. Preclinical trials are carried out on living cells and animals before the drug is tested on humans, often volunteers in clinical trials. Thousands of compounds are screened for use as drugs, but only a tiny proportion are approved. So in this picture, and we should, I'll take a picture of this and put it onto the Facebook, Instagram, social media, because it's a really cool visual.
Yeah, it's
so
a good diagram.
The drug discovery shows 10,000 compounds. So 10,000, they like that's 10,000 drugs are going to try to get approved.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, and then only 250 get to the preclinical trials. So out of 10,000, only 250.
Yeah.
From there, only 5 actually get to the clinical trials, and then only 1 drug is approved. So 1 out of 10,000. And you're going to tell me that they got this COVID shit, the mRNA vaccine, that was just discovered or made available in 2020 for this drug that just occurred in 2020.
Yeah.
Or 2019, December
in,
2022. Like, so in December of 2019 is when COVID they found it. So you're telling me that within 13 months they did a mRNA vaccine safely and effectively.
Did they have PEMA, pre-market approval, because of the COVID pandemic? Because I know that with the medical device,
I know they did a bunch of stuff to
fast track
it. I know they did that, but they sure as hell didn't do the clinical and preclinical trials.
Yeah, because
they didn't have 10,000 fucking drugs to get down to the Myrna.
Yeah, so it was something with the pandemic, probably in the Title 42, that was able to fast track it through.
Yeah,
probably
for sure.
Due to the pandemic.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
that totally.
Yeah,
but it's just so why is it so crazy to believe that there is side effects? We are the clinical trial.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. You are.
And I don't know how many other millions.
And 80% of the world is the clinical trial. So good luck.
Yeah. And I will say, I won't say who specifically, but I do know people that had the COVID vaccine, and they did have heart problems and had to go to the hospital, and they're okay now. But they had some issues.
Brad's cousin, he is a 25-year-old male. He had issues, and I was supposed to talk to his aunt this race that we're not going to now.
Oh, to get info?
No, to have him come. I want him to be in.
To interview him?
To interview him. Yeah. And he can come into the studio.
Yeah, well, we can do a follow-up.
Uncle Monty's next door. His dad's just next door.
We can do a follow-up.
Yeah, so we might. I'll talk to them this week, and maybe we'll do it next week. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. So, anyways, so what I think is the most important takeaway and begs the question is, why are we suddenly having issues using the real virus? We've used it forever. Well, I should look in the book and I could actually find out when.
Well, we should also mention that COVID has been around for a long time. There's been a form of COVID.
But I'm talking about the mRNA, the synthetic.
The COVID-19 specific
and
is new.
And using synthetics. That's what the mRNA is. So before, Fleming's antibiotic was in 1928. So they, that's the mold one. So they've been using, real, injecting us with small amounts of real cold, real flu, real whatever.
Yeah.
That's how vaccines work.
From the
source, not a synthetic.
Yeah.
So why is it now that using the real shit is causing blood clots and having all these adverse effects? If that's really the only difference, why is it suddenly having all these adverse and that? Because that is the only difference between those two, AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson. So I don't think that a virus either should be creating blood clots like that. There has to be something else, something different in the vaccines.
Yeah, something that, something.
What else are they putting
in it?
Or that the effects of the Pfizer and the Moderna, they just aren't showing yet, of the mRNA vaccines.
Oh, yeah.
It's not coming out yet. It's just like delaying the response.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't know. The CDC did studies to gather information about the relationship between CVST and the vaccine. They found that 1 in 25 of patients with CVST died while in the hospital, and 1 in 10 of those with CVST with thrombocytopenia died while in the hospital. So to quote the CDC, the findings from the study informed the work of an advisory committee evaluating vaccine safety. However, the study has broader applicability. This is one of the most comprehensive studies of the CVST to date. It is important that more research on rare but potentially deadly conditions such as CVST be carried out so clinicians and the wider public health community have access to current and complete data for informed decision making. They are literally saying that there is not enough research to make an informed decision.
Yeah.
Yet they have recklessly forced and bullied people into getting the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, and you know what is so funny is going back to when I was saying before that if you worked in healthcare and other fields, you had to get it.
Yeah.
And there was nurses, it was all over the news. Nurses were striking, people were quitting and stuff. Well, all those people, including myself, that did get the vaccine to keep their job or to find a job, because a lot of people weren't working because of COVID, to get back to work and everything when you could. Now they lifted that, and now, like, at the facility I work at, because I'm in California, and it's because it's been lifted, they don't even care. Now they're hiring people, they don't even care if you got it or not anymore.
Yeah.
So what was the point of us getting it 2 years ago?
So you don't kill everybody in the meantime? I don't know.
If now it doesn't even matter, and now it's just, like, gone away?
Yeah.
Like, do you even hear people getting COVID anymore? Like, how does it just disappear?
I think people still get it.
But,
I mean, I don't know who.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
maybe because it's summertime, they don't get it anymore. Because the wintertime, people are getting it at my work.
Oh, I guess it's not really
like the flu season. It's not flu season. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I just think it's weird.
It is. It's fucking weird. And then why, when COVID came, all of a sudden the flu disappeared?
Or did you see online where they were talking about like the COVID test? If you dip the thing in like a certain soda and then you put it in, it gives you positive every time.
No, but
yes. I think it was like squirt or something, or Sprite or Split or something.
Kaylani would have caught on to that because she was trying to get out of work, and she works at the my son Max always calls it the dead people place. She works at the cemetery, but not the cemetery, the
mortuary.
Yeah. So she whenever she gets the death certificates together and like signs those and stuff. Yeah. And so Kaylani's my son's girlfriend, my oldest, my almost 23-year-old son's girlfriend. But so they had a COVID thing where if you got COVID before, and it was going to be like they would pay you to not be at work.
Yeah.
But it was going to go away as of December 31st, and she wanted to go to the desert with us for New Year's. So she came. A test? She came over and got some tests, and she's like, I saw on TokTok that if you put it in a dog's mouth, the saliva makes it a positive. So she took her fucking dog and made it got all the slobber and shit.
Did it work?
No. That's why, and it never did work. So I think she ended up I don't even remember if she called out sick or if she just came to the desert later, if she got it off. I don't remember what happened.
I never tried the soda one, but I saw it going around.
Yeah,
also.
So I doubt any of those work because she would have caught on to that. She had I gave her 4 tests because I have a bunch of tests because of my business. I have to have tests all the time. So I have a stockpile of them.
How funny.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, so they forced us. They bullied us on things that they're saying that they have not researched enough of.
Yeah.
And so it's not okay, and I'm hoping that as celebrities and other quote-unquote high-up people start showing symptoms and side effects from the vaccine, that someone or a lot of someones will be held accountable, especially the media that just blatantly lies, and they know they lie. So it's stupid. So let me go. I'm all done. Let me go over my references really quickly. There's a lot of them, so you can just probably, if you don't want to hear my references, skip ahead about a minute or two. So here we go. The Daily Beast article, Dr. Drew Ayers Gossip Wild Anti-Vax Conspiracy About Jamie Foxx by A.J. McDowell, June 2nd, 2023. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution article, Jamie Foxx has body doubles on Back in Action film set while he remains hospitalized, by Rodney Ho, April 18th, 2023. Page 6, Cameron Diaz, Jamie Foxx get back to work after his meltdown, by Emily Selick, March 23rd, 2023. The Sun UK, for Fox's sake. Jamie Foxx calls in cops over scam on set in latest blow to Cameron Diaz's blockbuster comeback film, by Simon Boyle, March 20th, 2023. John Hopkins Medicine, cerebral venous sinus thrombosis, copyright 2023. Animated Times, he is awake and alert. Jamie Foxx is out of danger after he suffered a stroke amid chaotic shooting of his film Back in Action, by Prantic Prabal Roy, April 2023. MayoClinic.org, SARS-CoV-2 COVID-19 vaccine adenovirus 26 vector Janssen, copyright 1998 to 2023. Gov.uk, article information for healthcare professionals on blood clotting followed COVID-19 vaccination, February 14th, 2022. CDC.gov, CDC study examines incidence of and health problems associated with rare blood clotting conditions. American Heart Association blood clot risk remains elevated nearly a year after COVID-19, by Michael Marshall, American Heart Association news published September 19th, 2022. BNN Bloomberg. How J&J and AstraZeneca differ from the mRNA vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna, by Melissa Cowder Zuber, The Canadian Press, April 13th, 2021. Whew!
That's pretty good.
How long did it take me? Did you even look? I don't know.
I was kind of looking, but not. And,
what I did forget to say, which is just like a fun fact about the movie Back in Action. So when I was gonna say Jamie Lee Foxx. When Jamie Foxx was hospitalized on April 11th, they only had like 8 days left of shooting.
Oh, so they filmed almost all of it.
Yeah, they were almost done, and then. What happened?
Sorry. I thought I saw a spider on my hand, so I freaked out and I just like swatted something
You gotta get
away.
off the shrooms.
No, I think it was like a fly.
Lay off the LSD, acid. I don't know. What else makes you hallucinate?
I think it was a fly, but in my brain it was a spider. I'm sorry.
I think it was a gnat. I think I saw it too. We must be on the same drugs. Anyways, there was only a couple days left of shooting because they'd already done the London, like November, December, January, February, March, and then they came back to do some more some shooting in Chicago, and or Atlanta, over there. You know me in geography, just like over on the east somewhere.
Yeah,
somewhere in East America. I've never even heard of East America.
East America.
Well, because it's not the East Coast. No, but it's not like Chicago's not East Coast. It's more like in the middle, like the Mid-East. Or the west of the East Coast. I don't know.
That area.
Over that way. So, yeah, they were almost done. So they actually used a body double for Jamie Foxx. For the last few parts, because they were like, well, fuck, we're like so close, like, fuck this.
Body double, you mean clone?
You mean like Avril Lavigne?
Ooh
la la.
To be continued.
Are we going into our next episode? So that is our show, and I will talk to Brad's cousin and see if he wants to come on the show and see, because he did have a lot of complications after it, and he's like a healthy 25-year-old kid who all of a sudden, and he was playing baseball and stuff, and all of a sudden he lost feeling and everything to his left arm where he got it done.
Yeah. So that would be really interesting to talk to him, and then also like when we do talk to him, we should also maybe touch on some of the other celebrities and things, because I remember the football player that recently had a heart attack.
Oh yeah, there's a couple.
and like he died.
Okay,
on the
I
field.
guess that we are going into this
And
whole
then
weird.
what
weird
about
thing.
Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber?
What about them?
Hailey Bieber recently had a stroke.
Shut up.
And they're both reportedly vaccinated. And Justin Bieber, he didn't say that anything happened. And they both are not saying it has anything to do with COVID-19 vaccine or COVID or anything like that. I'm just conspiracying here, like speculating. She recently had a stroke. She's like a young woman, like
she's like
27, 28.
If that, yeah, she's like
And
young. Do they have a baby yet or anything?
No, they don't. And then I think Justin Bieber's like, 28 or something, maybe 29. They're pretty young. And
I thought they were like 22, so.
No.
I guess they've grown up.
Yeah, no, they've definitely grown up. They're yeah. But like, remember when recently he had to end his tour because half of his face was paralyzed?
Shut up, no.
Yes!
I don't hear the TMZ
Yes!
stuff. I hear news reports. This is why you do aliens and I do government.
Yes, but again, he said it had something. It was a totally different disease that I don't remember the name of. That it was but was it? I don't know. Like,
okay, well we'll go talk to Uncle Monty right now.
yeah.
All
So
right,
I would be
cool.
curious to see what his symptoms were.
Yeah,
to see if it lines up because Jamie Foxx half of him is paralyzed, right? That happened to
That's
Justin
what
Bieber.
the inside people are saying.
And then
so.
Hailey Bieber had a stroke. All
That's
these football
so
players are having
insane.
strokes.
Yeah.
Like other people, other celebrities. Like we need to do another episode. I think we need to do more.
Yeah, for sure. We'll just layer it. We'll do some more. All right. Well, have a great rest of your day. Be safe. Don't get blood clots or anything. And happy graduation season.
Stay safe. We're in this together.
And don't forget to
Share, like, subscribe, and keep watching those reels. Thank you. I've been noticing that the reel watches are going up and the likes and the shares, and we appreciate it. And thank
tell
you so
your
much.
friends.
And thank you for
Tell your
emailing us.
friends.
Thank you for emailing us your phenomenal fan experiences. We love them.
Yeah, we're gonna do an episode in a little bit about that. So yay. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.